We have a little game called If You Only Knew. I just throw some questions at you. Something or someone who inspires you.
Actually, you know, it's funny now that comes to mind. We were just talking about Jackie Gleason a minute ago off camera, and I was a huge fan of The Honeymooners. Just his timing and his courage and just commitment to watch him was inspiring.
Best piece of advice you ever got?
Don't eat the yellow snow. Probably. That's good advice. No.
Don't eat the...
No, best piece of advice I ever got was probably from my mother, which was, and still to this day, she gives me the same advice when it comes to work. Don't be nervous, which is so simple, but true. Don't be nervous.
Strangest fan encounter?
Early on in the Friends days, David Schwimmer and I were in a restaurant having dinner. And we were in a booth, and he was across from me like this, and a woman over my shoulder had a baby, and she recognized David, and she freaked out. And she came over, and she said, will you take a picture with my baby? And she, and I'm not exaggerating, threw the baby to David. Thank God David's got good hands. Caught the baby as she like this, and went for her camera in her purse. I couldn't believe it. He caught the game. We talked about it afterwards. Never even recognized me, the lady.
What's your guilty pleasure?
I watch a lot of, you know those shows that they build, like, hot rod cars and stuff like that? I could watch those all day long.
I don't watch them.
Okay.
Role you regret turning down?
None. I don't get offered too many parts. I take them all.
Well, you're on television, you're a star, so...
Yeah, I don't...
How about movies?
Movies, you know, movies never really... I've done a couple, but they've never really... My career has been in television.
The moment you knew you were famous?
That'd be a while. That would be probably in the mid-90s.
You realized people were looking at you?
Yeah. I'll tell you one of the last... Here's an interesting story. After we did the pilot of Friends, Jimmy Burrows, who was the director, he directed every episode of Cheers and Taxi and all that, he took us all, the 6 of us, to Vegas. And we went to Spago at Caesar's Palace, and we sat in the main dining room. There's one big round table in the middle of the dining room. And we sat there. And at dinner, he said to us, he said, look around. And we all looked around. Nobody was paying us any attention. He said, this is the last time the 6 of you are going to be able to go to dinner like this and have nobody look at you. And we were like, come on. But it's him talking. He's like the godfather of television, you know what I mean? He's directed over 1,000 episodes of TV, and he's a substantial guy. And
he was right.
He was right. Yeah.
Person from history you'd like to play on screen?
Enzo Ferrari.
Back to cars. If you had to watch a Friends episode every day the rest of your life, which one would it be?
One episode every day? Ooh.
Or do you have a favorite episode?
You know, it's hard because each episode had 3 stories in it, an A, a B, and a C story, so I get confused as to which stories were in each episode, so sometimes I can't remember what the whole episode was about, but some of the holiday episodes were among my favorites because there was no guest cast, it was just the 6 of us, and they were very contained. And it was always fun dealing with, you know, someone's idiosyncrasy about the holidays or something like that. Those were always fun.
Biggest risk you ever took?
Skydiving.
Skydive?
That's a big risk, right?
I wouldn't do it. Matt LeBlanc in 10 years.
Hopefully still alive.
I'll take it. In my case, definitely. Never miss a beat. Subscribe to Larry King now and watch new episodes every day.